Everyone has the right to be happy. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, young or old, whether your skin is light or dark, whether you're healthy or living with a disability. Every single person in this world deserves happiness. We all long for it. But when you look around, reality doesn't always match up. We want to be happy, but life often feels otherwise. We have the right to happiness, yet so many of us don't know how to claim it. Why is that? We blame others for our struggles. A difficult boss, a child who doesn't listen, being late because of traffic. Most of our unhappiness starts with pointing fingers at someone else. So what do we do to become happy? We imagine, if only my boss would stop yelling, if only my child would listen, if only the roads were clear, then life would go the way I want and I'd finally be happy. But does life ever really work out just as we wish? If happiness depends entirely on getting what you want, then what happens when things don't go your way? The truth is, life almost never unfolds exactly as we wish. Nearly everything is out of our control. So when life goes our way, we feel happy. But when it doesn't, we feel miserable. And our lives just swing back and forth from happiness to suffering over and over again. Unless we change how we think, we're trapped, forever running on the same hamster wheel. Happy when things go our way, miserable when they don't. If you can't break free from this cycle, your life will keep feeling heavy and unfulfilling. But here's the advantage for those who realize this. When you're aware that happiness follows when your desires are met, and that suffering follows when they aren't, you're already a step ahead in life. Watching this video is your opportunity. Today, you'll learn how to break free from the endless back and forth between happiness and suffering. So what does a happy life look like to you? A life free from money worries, a life without stress in relationships, a life of perfect, lasting health. Ask yourself, is this kind of happiness truly sustainable? Unfortunately, the answer is no. Even happiness inevitably gives way to disappointment and pain. No matter how happy you feel today, that happiness can easily turn into new suffering tomorrow. But don't lose hope, because the reverse is also true. No matter how deep your suffering, it too will pass, and happiness can return. If you take the long view, not just today or tomorrow, you'll see that what seems good isn't always good, and what feels bad isn't always bad. Good things can lead to hardship, and hardship can lead to unexpected blessings. It's always been this way, and it always will be. So what kind of happiness are we really after? Many people dream of a utopia, a life with happiness but no suffering. But happiness and suffering can't be separated. Why is that? Both are rooted in our desires, the things we want, the things we crave. If our desires are satisfied, we're happy. If not, we suffer. But does everything in life really go according to our wishes? As soon as you realize that your life is being shaped by your desires, and that happiness comes when they're met, and pain comes when they're not, you are already taking your first step toward real freedom. If you try to deny this link between happiness and suffering, you're just cutting yourself off from your own emotions. Human beings act on their desires, but a life with only happiness and no suffering is impossible. The same is true in reverse. Happiness and suffering are always paired together. Still, we chase a life filled only with happiness, what we might call ideal happiness. But how do we reach it? We'd have to become free of desire. Yet as humans, we can't. Desire is inescapable. The urge to eat, sleep, love, achieve. Can anyone really be free from all of this? When you satisfy one desire, another appears, so your happiness and suffering just keep alternating, again and again. Here's what Korean Buddhism discovered when interpreting the Buddha's teachings. In ancient times, people tried to end suffering by erasing desire itself. They tried to suppress or deny their urges, refraining from food, sleep, intimacy. But this path only led to suffering, even death. Trying to kill desire ended up killing the person. So they began to question, why does denying myself lead to more pain, not less? As I said, happiness and suffering cannot be separated. There's no world with only one or the other. But some people believed that suppressing desires would bring only happiness. What they missed was this. Happiness doesn't come just from denying your desires, and suffering doesn't only come from chasing them. The key is simply to recognize your desires for what they are. When desire arises, notice it. This is a craving. If you follow your desire, you'll see the consequences. If you fight it, you'll feel stressed. Let's take anger. If you lash out, you push people away. If you bottle it up, you get sick with stress. Either way, you lose. Maybe you try to keep it inside, but then it explodes out anyway. And the cycle repeats again and again. But if you simply say, "Oh, I'm feeling angry right now," you neither get dragged along by it nor feel forced to suppress it. Take craving a cigarette. Instead of giving in or fighting it, just notice, I'm craving a cigarette. You don't have to act on it, nor do you have to fight it. Of course, this is hard in practice. Usually, we think we have only two choices: act on desire or suppress it. But there's a third way. Just notice it, let it be, and let it go. In Korean Buddhism, we call this the middle way. When you walk the middle way, you discover happiness that actually lasts. Happiness that isn't dependent on circumstances. Awareness is the quiet state of mind that doesn't get swept away by pleasure or drowned by pain. Most people watching this video have probably never experienced this middle way before. We tend to think happiness means always feeling good, and we keep looking for ways to make it last forever. But that's impossible. If you define happiness as things always going my way, you will never find it, because happiness and suffering are two sides of the same coin. This is why we need to change our perspective. Oh, I'm feeling stressed right now. Oh, happiness is here. Oh, sadness has arrived. Oh, I'm feeling accomplished. Notice your desires and emotions just as you might notice clouds passing in the sky. We can't grab a cloud, no matter how hard we try. We want a life filled with only happiness, but that's not possible. Accept this and don't cling to or reject your desires. No one can achieve never-ending happiness. Summer is followed by winter, night by morning, happiness by sorrow, sorrow by happiness. If you learn to simply recognize your desires, your life will become lighter, more peaceful, more free. Korean Buddhism teaches that you don't have to shave your head and become a monk to follow this path. By embracing new perspectives and taking one step at a time, you too are a practitioner walking the path of freedom. In real life, it's easy to compare yourself to others, to try to keep up with everyone around you. Social media has only made this harder, feeding our dissatisfaction. So it's even more challenging now to be free from desire. If you want lasting happiness, you must practice letting go of the urge to compare and compete. You were born with the right to be happy. Don't let your boss, your friends, your circumstances steal that away. Don't let yourself feel less because a friend bought a fancy car while you take the bus. Don't let your age, your relationship status, your struggles convince you that you're less worthy. Recognize your desires. Be gentle with yourself. When you do, you'll discover how to treat yourself with compassion and love. And you'll finally open the path to real, lasting happiness. Remember, from the moment you were born, you have the right to be happy. You deserve happiness, and you can become the happiest person you know.